Hey my love, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Mal and I do a lot of contact reviews on my channel. Today, we are going to find out, does TTDEYE sell natural contacts? Because I see some affordable prices and I'll be honest, they were one of the first brands that I ever featured on my channel. I think some of those videos have the most views that I have on any of my videos. So that tells me that there are a lot of fans of this brand. I did a huge haul to try to find the most natural contact colors from this company. Not only are these contacts easily accessible because you can just buy them online and input your prescription, but they also are very affordable. All of these lenses are under $25, which is kind of crazy. That is a really affordable price point. Not to mention, most of them last at least 6 months to a year. I do have a discount code. The discount code is Mallory and it will save you an extra 20% off your purchase. So you can actually save yourself some more money by using that discount code at checkout. And let's get into this video. Shout out to TTDEYE for sponsoring this video. I'm going to be really honest about the comfort, the style. I did do a wear test and we're going to see what we really think. Let's get into the first color, which is Trinity Green. And I was kind of on the fence with these ones. I was like, they're either going to be really beautiful or really crazy. These are more of a earth tone green. They have a lot of deeper colors in there. You're getting a forest color, you're getting a moss green, you're getting a little bit of like a rustic brown near the pupil. But what I do notice right away about these is that the pupil hole is not diffused, and that's what's making them stand out and look just a little bit artificial to me. When I step back, I feel like they look very natural and they could definitely pass as a natural eye color. It's when you're close up that you see those minor details. Let's talk about Trinity Green's sister, Trinity Brown, because these I kind of fell in love with, and they are the same kind of construction, so they are going to have that stronger pupil, but because they're a brown contact lens, I feel like these just blend so much better with a brown eye. Funny enough, as I was testing these, I saw a couple comments on my brown contact video I recently published, and a few of you were actually mentioning that you really like these and that you wanted me to try them and feature them. So it's kind of funny that I ended up getting them as well. What I'm seeing here is a stronger limbal ring with more of like an earthy deep brown color. And then you're getting a almost yellowish toned brown around the actual contact. Closer to the center near that pupil, it's a really warm, kind of a rich brown. So there's a few different color tones in here. I am seeing a lot of a yellow tone in the undertones of the brown. I think what gets me about these is that they're bright and they have dimension. So they're kind of like a brown that pops. Let's move on to the next one. We have Polar Lights Brown, and Polar Lights Brown is an old school favorite for me. I have worn these for years. I've always really loved this shade. I feel like this is a really, really good dupe for Hydrocore Ochre from Solotica. These are obviously a little bit less intense. What I really appreciate about the Polar Lights collection is that the pupil is diffused. It's kind of giving you that like starbursted effect. So it's not just like a solid circle, and that's what makes them look the most natural to me. Out of all the TTDEYE collections, I feel like Polar Lights is one of the most natural collections that they sell. Because this lens has no limbal ring, you're getting just like an overall transformation of your eye color, which I like. Let me know your thoughts on these because they're one of my top favorites. I would say that out of like all of the lenses in this video, these are some of the most natural. In the past, I've tried Juice Brown, and those are so pretty. If you're looking for a natural brown lens, I highly recommend. But because I wanted to give a chance to like the brighter colors and really test if they're looking natural, I tried Juice Gray. Now they aren't going to be a complete transformation like the Polar Lights Brown. They're not as intense. They definitely are giving more of a blended effect with your natural eye color, and they allow a lot of your natural eye color to peek through. But I think that that's one of the benefits. Juice Gray has an interesting pattern. It almost has like multiple tones on the lens. So you're getting like an overall wash of color, which is the gray. And then closer to the pupil, you're getting a speckled greenish tone. There also are a few little points in the lens that have a lighter, more brighter gray on them. Overall, these ones really surprised me. I also tried Juice Blue, so let's review those ones. I'm not gonna lie, when I put in Juice Blue, I was like, wait a minute. These are cute. Like for a subtle blue, they actually look pretty natural. I like the tone, I like the color, and I really like how they blend with my eye color. But of course, because of that detail and dimension, they are giving, maybe it's a contact. Something interesting that I learned about lenses is that they do a process of like layering the color to get the most natural effect. So of course, when you're going with more affordable brands, they probably don't have as many layers. So they don't have as many like dimensions of color to give you that like gradient or soft look. But the benefit of that is that oftentimes their lenses are very thin, so they can be a lot more comfortable. Again, we're going to talk about comfort at the very end of the video, but I wanted to mention that because that's also why you don't get as much dimension in the more affordable shades. Moving on to another that I really think is comparable to Polar Lights Brown, this is HD Crystal. And the HD collection has a little bit of a larger pupil, but it's very diffused, very feathered, and the lens itself is blending really seamlessly with your eye color. So these look quite natural, and I think that the color and the tone of these is just giving like a wash of color over the eye. So HD Crystal is sort of like a gray blue on me, at least that's how it shows up. I think it could really depend on your eye color to see what type of transformation these give. I always really appreciate looking at the reviews on TTDEYE and kind of checking out the pictures because, as we know, contacts can look so different on everybody, but I think these are meant to be very subtle and very soft. So if that's kind of what you're going for, then you might like HD Crystal Gray. But I did try another that is actually so similar. HD Gray and HD Green look so similar to me. I feel like they're giving like an olive kind of gray green look. Overall, both colors from the HD collection were quite beautiful. I think you really couldn't go wrong. I have tried HD Brownness before, for anyone wondering, and those are also very pretty. I tried them in a super old video. I don't even really want you to look at that video, but I'll link it somewhere if you want to check it out. Okay, let's move on because we now have Queen Gray. And the Queen collection is one that I've tried in the past as well. And I used to really like it until I found the Polar Lights collection, which, as I've mentioned and you now realize, is my favorite. The Queen collection is very similar in the sense that it's going to be no limbo ring, kind of transformative in color. But the difference to me is that the pupil is tighter and really not diffused at all. Queen Gray is a sky gray, and there is a slightly greenish tone near the limbal, but it's really not very noticeable. It almost still looks like it's a total one-tone lens. Now let's talk about Amber Brown, because I don't remember trying these before, but wow. Like, wow. Hold on. I was shocked. Amber Brown is stunning. Such a pretty brown. These are so natural looking. I'm very, very, very curious if anyone with darker eyes has tried these and if they show up on you, because they are giving the most beautiful gemstone brown in my eye. Amber Brown is another amazing affordable option. 1 year for $30. That is an amazing price. Now, I had to really fight myself not to just get a bunch of brown lenses for this haul, but I had to remember that if you're testing out if a contact looks natural, of course the brown ones are going to be the most natural looking option. Really, to do the proper test, you need to try the brighter, bolder colors. So I'm so happy that I did. But these might be my favorites from the whole collection because I could really just see myself wearing these on an everyday basis. I did a lot of digging on the reviews and I saw so many beautiful pictures of the customers wearing this amber brown color. They are so natural on a dark brown eye. I just think if you want just a little something, you would really like these. There's only one that I tried that I wasn't a huge fan of, and it's called Kitten Blue, and I'm just going to show it to you because maybe you wanted to see what these look like, maybe you're curious, but Kitten Blue did not look natural to me at all. These are kind of like a bold, almost like a cosplay lens to me. I would not wear these. Having some hits and having some misses is part of how it goes when you buy contacts online, and that's what I'm here for, because I might as well try them for you so that you can save your money and only get the ones that you really want. I want to quickly recap some of my favorites, some details about TTDEYE, and then we need to talk about comfort. So some of my favorites from this haul were the HD Crystal Gray. I loved Amber Brown, and I really, really am feeling that Trinity Brown. But I also love Polar Lights Brown because they're gorgeous. One thing about TTDEYE is they're always having some type of a sale, so obviously use my code if you want and if that's the best deal you can find, but they often have like buy 2 lenses, get 2 free. So go ahead and check out their website. I'll link all the contacts down below and also all the details of everything that I tried. There's timestamps down below, so hopefully you were using those if you didn't want to hear me ramble about colors that you didn't like. But we need to talk a little bit about comfort because that is a very important part of wearing contact lenses. I did a wear test, so let's jump into that. First check-in of the day. I've been wearing these contacts since 10:30 and it's 2:43, and this eye, for whatever reason, is really bugging me. It doesn't look inside out. Maybe if I just clean it, it'll help. Let's try putting it in again. Okay, I think that actually helped. I feel a lot better now. I don't feel like I'm feeling it anymore. There might have just been like a particle or something from my hands on the contact. So I'm gonna come back in another few hours and update you. It is now about 7 p.m. So I've had them in for 8.5 hours, and I will say that after cleaning the contact in this eye, they feel much better. Overall, they're not like completely undetectable, but they feel pretty comfortable. Like I'm doing good at the 8th hour. So I'm gonna check in once more at the end of the night when I'm gonna take them out of my eyes. Okay, I'm back for my final check-in. I've had these in for a total of 10 hours. I think if you find a color that you really like, then totally go for it. They get a solid 7 out of 10 for me for comfort. Now let's jump back into the video and hear the rest of my final thoughts. And we're back, and my overall thoughts on these contacts were that they were pretty comfortable. I think with TTDEYE, some of the lenses can be hits or misses in terms of color, and I also feel that some of the lenses can be hits or misses in terms of comfort. I don't know why that is. I think it can really come down to just like monthly versus yearly, whether your eyes are dry or not. My eyes are pretty dry, so I am a little bit more sensitive to certain things. They are average for comfort, and it's kind of like you're getting what you pay for. To answer the question, did we find natural contacts from TTDEYE? I would say yeah, we did. If you have any other suggestions for natural lenses from this brand, I would love to know what they are. Hit me up in the comment section. Join my Facebook group if you want to. I have had so much fun with y'all on my Facebook group, just chatting, sharing pictures, talking about different recommendations. It's really, really helpful to see lenses on somebody else. So I love all y'all. Thank you for joining, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.